Great, nice to probably gather what's going on. Ladies have been busy. We've got a delayed start, so we'll get 10 minutes notice before it starts again. So it's actually got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. What?
Start on full wets.
So it is full wet start behind the safety car in about 7 minutes or so. First, just to remind you, so when we're starting behind the safety car, there could be multiple formation laps. So in that instant, I can't talk during those multiple formation laps. And it could be a rolling or a standing start, so I'll give you that. And Sebastian, just for confirmation, you cannot come into the pits for intertime until the safety car has already come in. So don't come in too early.
So just to be clear, only once the...
Yeah, exactly. So once the restart is announced, then the safety car will come in and then you can follow it in.
So Sebastian, we expect this rain to be a bit lighter for a while and then maybe a little bit more coming in about... So we think it's just basically going lighter for about 10 to 15 minutes. We can't really see much further than that. So just so you know, coming in after the when the restart starts is quite risky in terms of traffic if some people stay out on wets. So you need to be very sure that that's the right thing to do. So we do think there's a heavy patch of rain coming in the next 5-6.
Heavy rain now, and a lot of water generally.
Copy.
It's red flag normally. But hey, since they never listen to us, why should they now? Fucking hell, it's twisting down like mad. Can't see a thing and I'm swimming.
Yeah,
it's red flag, guys. Come on. Common sense.
Red flag, Sebastian. Red flag. They do listen. So come into the pit lane. Make sure you get your pit limiter on.
Copy.
And make sure you leave a space to the car in front, and we'll get the easy up.
So I'm staying in until all the people have shuffled.
Yeah, copy that.
Get out.
Copy that.
There was like tons of water on the track. Okay, are you happy if I get out? Are you happy if I get...
Just give me 1 more minute to check with the guys, Sebastian.
I'm on my way out.
At least 10 minutes, I can see jump out. Worst case, you 10 minutes.
So there will be a minimum of 2 laps behind the safety car. So there will be a rolling start at the end of this lap. Rolling start. Here on the standing water levels.
Yeah, most of the water has disappeared. Last sector is the worst. It's really slippery though.
Yeah, copy.
Very poor visibility down the main straight. Close to none.
So just so you know, Lance ran wide in turn 3 and has had a contact with the wall and the puncher, so just take care in turn 3. So just a reminder to make sure you go 1, go 1. Safety car's in the pit lane now, won't be long. Just so you know, those 3 cars gone to Inters, they're well outside the pit window at the moment, but we'll keep an eye, including Lance, so we've got good data. So Inters are definitely fast at the moment, but just getting update on the weather. So gap to Hamilton 2.3, Ocon 3.5 behind. So on the weather, we don't expect any more rain for the next 20 minutes. After that, we're a bit blind. So currently, the Inter guys are still outside of your pit windows. This is good. You're 3 second behind Hamilton, pulling away from Ocon behind. He's 5.5. Okay, so you've got 0.8 to Tsunoda behind.
Can't switch these fronts on. Really struggle.
We're thinking to box. Sebastian, we're thinking to box.
Copy.
Box, 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 box. Tyre green Inter, please. Tyre green Inter. Really good. Okay, so we'll be tight. Watch the pit exit limiter. Watch the pit exit limiter. He'll be tight with Gasly. I think he's ahead, and Schumacher. Just watch Schumacher. Okay, see ahead of Schumacher. Well done. So there will be a bit of warm up on these tyres. Gasly ahead has had a load of laps and he's fast, so don't try too hard with him. So the turn 1 problem was on the yellow line. So just watch the yellow line braking for turn 1. So in this phase, we want maximum temperature in these tyres. The worst thing at the moment is traction turn 1, 11, 19, because the tyres are still cool. Currently, Ocon's still just on a pit window. I think you are ahead of him just. So that lap was 7/10 faster than Ocon. So that's a good lap. You're quicker than Ocon. Hamilton is a bit ahead, but he's lapping similar pace to you at the moment. And just for your info, the front right brake is a bit dead at the moment. It should come. Yellow flag turn 1. Yellow flag turn 1. Albon stopped. So Gasly managed in turn 5. You probably saw it on Joe. Joe's still full wet. Gasly's on the Inter. That's 0.3, 0.2 Joe. Yeah, mate, well done. So it's now all about pace now. Max pace in this free air. We don't expect any more rain. You can go down on torque.
An update?
Yeah, you can go down on torque for a bit more rotation. You're all good at the moment. This pace, we just need max pace. Ocon is coming out on dries.
Track is more or less dry now.
Yeah, copy that.
Last sector is the worst. What's the deal with the guy in front?
Do you reckon you can get Gasly? Box to overtake Gasly. Box to overtake Gasly.
I passed him anyways. Oh, stay out.
Stay out, stay out, stay out. Max pace.
Think about boxing. Rears are going away.
Copy, mate. So if we can do the pace we had earlier, you're as fast as anyone on dries. But it won't be long. Use all your tyres.
Russell is faster on dries.
Yep, Sebastian, we will box. Box. And it'll be tyre green P when you can, tyre green P. The pit lane is slippery, so just take care into the box and tyre switch green P. Okay, watch your pit limiter, So Gasly is well behind, you're all clear behind. Bottas is on hard tyres ahead, he's 4.5 ahead of you. Gasly 4.5 behind. It's just about building some temp up now. So Sebastian, yellow 5, axle, position 2 when you can. Yellow 5, axle, position 2. Yellow button off, you hit yellow button off. Gasly 1.7 behind. So Gasly 0.7, 0.8 behind. So big picture, everybody has pitted, everyone's on hards. Virtual safety car, go slow down and get your delta positive. So there's been a crash in turn 15-16. It is Schumacher in 15-16. I'll update you when I can. You can go to cool and run switch, cool. So Schumacher's talking on the radio, I can see him moving in the seat, he's going coughing, and apparently he's put his thumb up to the marshal. So there's a debris, so keep to the right as you get to turn 13, turn 15 at the right, the second part of the chicane. So Schumacher's out of the car, mate. He's out of the car and he's okay. So we need to keep temperature in your tyres, please keep temperature in these. Let's go out 4, Sebastian, so you can have confidence on your brakes. Keep working on the brakes until I let you know. So it's a full safety car now, full safety car. So just keep working on the brakes. Sebastian, like the front right is a bit lazy, so if you can lean on the front right. You can get it out 5 for a bit, out 5, that's the same brake balance. Sebastian, we want more front brake temp. So you can do an offset on your brake balance to go a bit more forward, because our fronts are going down too much. Just you're good on your delta, you've got another lap in the delta. So you're doing a good job, but we'll take as much front brake temp as we can get. Help your front tyres, they have stabilised, but we'd like them a bit warmer. You need to go to out 4, please, out 4. So that's the second time past safety car line 1, so you can ignore the delta now, just push up with caution. And there are still marshals on the track at turn 15. So you've got 15 seconds to Bottas and then another 15 seconds to the back of the pack. So just take care of the marshals in turn 15, 16. So Sebastian, it's about catching up the pack now, so don't worry about the extra brakes. Red flag, Sebastian. So keep your delta positive, slow down. So cool the brakes on the way in. So we are hot on the rear brakes, Sebastian, so just cool the rear brakes, forward and brake balance as you come in. Pit limit on the way in and leave a gap to the car ahead.
Okay, P1. Which position are we?
P11, mate, P11.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ready, Sebastian? You've had confirmation it is rolling. You've had confirmation of rolling start. So that you can give another radio figure up.
So Sebastian, there'll be 5 cars behind you that are going to be allowed to unlap themselves. And that's going to be done on track. So everyone's going to go out on track and then they're going to let them past.
They're not behind, are they?
No, exactly. So 1 minute 30 until green light. I think there's nobody behind you, Sebastian, that's going to come through, so that will happen ahead of us. So at the moment I can see Russell is on medium and Verstappen on medium. Just make sure you've got pit limiter on. So Bottas ahead, he's on hard. Alpha behind you is also hard. McLaren at the back is hard. So blue lap cars are being told to overtake now, so we'll see if they can get that all done in 1 lap. It might be 2 laps. Your tyres are cold, front left especially. So ahead of you you've got Bottas is on a hard P10, and then you've got Alonso P7, Hamilton P8, Ocon P9 are all mediums. Norris P6 is hard, so you know this, but maximum effort on tyres for best temp. And just confirmation, Gasly and Ricciardo behind you are on hards as well. There will be another lap, so safety car stay down. So safety car will come into the pits this lap, so restart, which is a rolling restart. Keep working on your tyres. So it's just yellow button ready for turn 1. Just take care of that yellow line. It's the front tyres that are going to be prone to locking up at the restarts. Just take care of your front. We're looking at 31, maybe 32 laps once you restart. You need to go 1, you need to go 1. Safety car's going to put there. Bottas 1.1 ahead, Gasly 1.5 behind. Consider 1 click rearward brake balance. So Ocon ahead has got a 5-second penalty. He's currently 2.4 ahead of you, so that's the point. Gasly 1.0, Bottas 1.6. So Gasly 0.9 behind, Bottas 1.6. And Ocon still 2.4 ahead. Gasly 1.3, Bottas 1.5. DRS is enabled, Gasly 0.6 behind. So Gasly has got DRS behind. He's 0.9 back then. Gasly 0.7 behind. Gasly 0.8 behind. You can go and click rearward on brake balance just for protecting the fronts. So Gasly 1.0 behind. Bottas 2.2 ahead. So we're happy with our tyres. We want to put some pressure on the medium guys. So you can use your tyres now.
How many laps to go?
22 laps to go, 22 laps. Gasly 0.8 behind. Bottas 2.0. Ocon currently doing the same lap times as us. So this is good. You're 1.1 clear of Gasly. catching Bottas half a second a lap. 20 laps to go, 20. Gasly does have DRS behind. He's 0.5. Gasly's 0.8 behind. So no DRS for Gasly. He's 1 second behind. So last lap, Ocon did an 18.8. They're starting to push on a bit. The gap is 3.3. So the gap is 3.9 to Ocon. He did an 18.4, 3.9. So that's good. Ocon 18.6, 18.6. So that's 16 laps, 16 more laps. Ocon 3.3 ahead. He did an 18.4. Ocon 18.4. We are happy with the tyres. Happy with the tyres.
Yeah, it's got front left opened a little bit. Sorry.
Copy that, mate. Copy. Ocon has done a 17.6, 17.6. Bottas 1.6 ahead. Gasly 1.5 behind. Ocon 17.6, 17.6. He's 4.7 ahead. Bottas 1.2 ahead, Ocon 7.8, so Ocon was an 18.1, so expecting 10 more laps, 10 more laps. The gap to Ocon is 4.2.
Ocon's tyres.
So Ocon's currently getting held up by Hamilton, who's also on mediums. So we think a click rearward and brake balance would be good, click rearward brake balance. So Ocon was an 18.2, Hamilton ahead of him 18.4. Gasly 0.9 behind, he has got DRS. We think 8 laps to go, 8 laps. So Ocon's still doing 18.2s, you're 4 seconds behind him. Gasly is 1.1 behind, but he does have DRS. Ocon's still 4 ahead. Ocon did a 17.9. So 5 more laps, we think, 5 more laps. So the gap to Ocon is 3.8. At the end of this one, there'll be 5 more. So the correction on the laps. Ocon was an 18.1 and your gap is 3.4. That's Strat 9. Gasly's got DRS, but he's 1.1 back. Ocon did an 18.1 and it's 3.4 the gap to Ocon. 4 laps. So 3 more laps. Gasly 0.8 behind with DRS. Gap to Ocon 2.8. Ocon did an 18.2. Gasly does have DRS. He's 0.4 behind. So just watch Gasly. Use energy if you need. The gap to Ocon is 3.1. 2 more laps, including this one. So we saw that marker. We know what it is. It's all okay. So Gasly got 0.8 behind with DRS. This is last lap now. This would be last lap. Ocon gap is 3.0. 3.0. So you've got loads of energy if you need it. Loads of energy. Gasly has DRS 0.8 behind. That's the checkered flag. Gap to Ocon was 2.9. Well done, mate.
Okay, well done. Well, I struggled with the tyres. Front left first, then front right, then rears at the end. So glad I managed in the beginning.
Yeah, well done. You can take some pickup and call the brakes on him. You're doing that.
But well done to everyone for the weekend. Obviously, I'm sorry for the little lock-up beginning of the race, but reasonable recovery from there. Thank you.
Can we have a bit of full throttle just for some cooling?
Yep, thanks, great.
And yeah, well done to you, Sebastian. Solid weekend, really. Yeah, we maybe didn't need to do the inter-run, the inter-stint, but we'll go through that. Good job.
I don't get the full throttle anymore.
Don't worry. We just wanted a bit of car speed, but we're okay. So just slowly in there, it's all getting backed up.
P1.
Yep, and then P0.